one of the greatest composers of all times, 36 sonatas and symphonies. Okay, वो बंदा सुन नहीं सकता था properly, and he still created one of the finest works the mankind has ever created. Hello, and in today's session we talk about, we study, we enjoy, we feel the genius of Beethoven. Wow. Line by line explanation रहेगा, theme critical appreciation भी रहेगा, but before that, download, install, get all the free material, and we move on to the man himself, about the poet. Yaar, please go to YouTube and search for this guy. All right, you will find one of the finest renditions of his own poem. Basically वो poem तो about the spoken word है, so इन्होंने उसको एक rap form में perform किया है, and it will blow your mind away. Please go and watch it. Please go and watch it. I just watched it and I can't think beyond that. Just kept that on loop and loop and loop. I wish I could be as talented as this man is. Shane Koyczan is a Canadian poet, writer and spoken word artist known for writing on social issues such as bullying, illness and self-acceptance. And by the way, इनकी एक TED talk पे भी speech पड़ी हुई है, तो you can go and watch this. Maybe 15 minutes or something, and please go and watch that Beethoven rendition of Beethoven by the poet himself. His poem To This Day, this was about bullying, gained worldwide recognition for its powerful message against bullying. Now, you are in school, I have been in school, and we have all faced bullying to a certain extent. Some of us may have been the bullies. And this poem is very, very, very important, absolutely pertinent for all of us. So please go and read this, or if you watch the TED Talk, he'll probably say this poem there. Okay. Gained worldwide recognition for its powerful message against bullying. He has received several awards and is admired for his emotional and impactful style of writing and the performance that he delivers on the stage. About the poem, well, it is about the genius of the man called Beethoven. Beethoven is a descriptive poem by Shane Koyczan that portrays the struggles and achievements of the great composer Ludwig van Beethoven. The poem highlights the difficulties Beethoven faced, including a harsh upbringing, loneliness, and hearing loss. Now just imagine, one of the greatest composers of all times, 36 sonatas and symphonies. Okay, वो बंदा सुन नहीं सकता था properly, and he still created one of the finest works the mankind has ever created. Despite these challenges, he remained dedicated to music and created masterpieces that touched people's hearts. The poem celebrates his determination, genius, and ability to transform emotions into timeless music. So that is the magic of Beethoven, and to a certain extent, the magic of this poem. Here we go. Listen. Now that is ironical. In the first place, it talks about a musician who can't hear properly. And then he asks us to listen. Make some effort. Listen requires effort, here does not. So listen. His father made a habit out of hitting him. See, some men drink, some men yell, some men hit their children. This man did it all because I guess all men want their boys to be geniuses. Beethoven. Beethoven ke father, he was in the habit of beating him. You see, some men drink, some men yell, and some men hit their children. सारी बुराइयां होती हैं इंसान में, और Beethoven के फादर में ये सारी एक साथ आ चुकी थी. This man did it all because I guess all men want their boys to be geniuses. क्योंकि हर पापा, भले वो खुद कभी कोई एग्जाम क्वालिफाई किया हुआ नहीं हो, पढ़ा हो या ना पढ़ा हो, चाहता है बेटा जीनियस रहे. And this was Beethoven. Little boy living in a house where name meant nothing. Living in a house where mercy had to be earned through each perfect note tumbling up through the roof to tickle the toes of angels whose harps couldn't hold half the passion that was held in the hands of a young boy who was hard of hearing. Beethoven. Little boy living in a house where name meant nothing. होंगे आप Beethoven. यहाँ पे आपकी कोई हैसियत नहीं है. A name meant nothing. No identity as such. living in a house where mercy had to be earned through each perfect note tumbling up through the roof to tickle the toes of angels whose harps could not hold half the passion that was held in the hands of a young boy who was hard of hearing. And यहाँ पे आइडेंटिटी सिर्फ एक चीज पे, मर्सी सिर्फ एक चीज पे मिलती थी, when you were kind of able to play perfect notes. और क्या मतलब what a line. Notes tumbling up through the roof to tickle the toes of angels. मतलब ऐसी म्यूजिक जिसे एंजल्स खुश हो जाएं. और वो कौन? वो एंजल्स जिनके खुद के म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बीथोवन के आगे नहीं टिक सकते थे. They couldn't hold half the passion that was held in the hands of a young boy who was hard of hearing. और ये छोटा बच्चा जिसको सुनाई भी नहीं पड़ता ठीक से, उसका जो पैशन था म्यूजिक को लेके, even the angels could not match up to that. And it was only when he performed to this level that he was given some mercy. Beethoven, who heard his father's anthem every time he put finger to ivory, it was not good enough. So he played slowly, not good enough. So he played softly, not good enough. So he played strongly, not good enough. And when he could play no more, and his fingers crammed up like a gnarled roots of tree trunks, it was not good enough. Strict father. I can tell you at least two more people who were highly successful with a very, very strict father. Michael Jackson, पिटाई लगती थी, and Andre Agassi, one of the greatest tennis players of all times. उनके भी पापा बड़े स्ट्रिक्ट हुआ करते थे. तो समटाइम्स आई थिंक स्ट्रिक्ट फादर होना अच्छी बात है. मे बी आपका जीनियस निकल के बाहर आ जाए, क्योंकि Beethoven heard his father's anthem. अच्छा, anthem is something that is uplifting. जैसे फीफा anthem बना हुआ है ना, वक्का वक्का नहीं कुछ और, ठीक है, all right. Anthem basically lifts you up. यहाँ पे sarcastic tone में बोला गया है. Father's anthem, what was his anthem? His anthem was not good enough. Whatever Beethoven played, the only line he heard from his father was not good enough. That was his father's anthem. Who heard his father's anthem every time he put finger to ivory, it was not good enough. So he played slowly, not good enough. So he played softly, still not good enough. So he played strongly, not good enough. And when he could play no more and his fingers crammed out of tiredness, dehydration जैसे हो जाता है. Okay, so they all got twisted, crammed like the gnarled roots of tree trunks. It was still not good enough. So whatever Beethoven did, whatever he played, no matter the level of perfection that he achieved, to his father, it was just not good enough. Now this signifies a very strict upbringing, a violent upbringing. Beethoven, a musician without his most precious tool, his eardrums, could no longer pound out rhythms for the symphonies playing in his mind. He couldn't hear the audiences clapping, couldn't hear the people loving him, couldn't hear the women in front row whispering, Beethoven. Oh, a musician without his most precious tool, that is his eardrums. A musician, for God's sake, you are creating music, you ought to hear it. But here is a man, he's a genius of Beethoven. He couldn't hear, and he was creating mind-boggling symphonies and sonatas, could no longer pound out rhythms for his symphonies playing in his mind. He couldn't hear the audiences clapping, couldn't hear the people loving him, couldn't hear the women in front row whispering Beethoven. He just could not hear. And he is a musician, and he could not hear the applause of the people. Now, when you get praise, when people applaud your efforts, it lifts you up. You get motivated to create better things. Beethoven could not find any of this. And still, the man did not need any external motivation. He drowned into his craft of creating music. As they let the music invade their nervous system like an armada marching through firing cannonballs, detonating every molecule in their body into explosions of heavenly sensation, each note leaving track marks for over every inch of that body, making them ache for one more hit. He was an addiction. All right, we go back to these lines. क्या बात है भाई. As they let the music invade their nervous system. Beethoven की जो म्यूजिक है वो शैलो नहीं है. It affects your body, the nervous system. So as they let the music invade the people, the spectators, the audience, as they let the music invade their nervous system में इन्वेजन हो गया, उस पर हमला बोल दिया, अंदर एंट्री मार दी है. लाइक एन अर्माडा मार्चिंग थ्रू. अर्माडा अ फ्लीट ऑफ शिप. तो वॉरशिप्स जा रहे हैं, जैसे सबसे फेमस द स्पेनिश अर्माडा. तो एक फ्लीट ऑफ शिप जा रही है और उनके ऊपर गोले बरस रहे हैं. मार्चिंग थ्रू, फायरिंग कैनन बॉल्स, डिटोनेटिंग एवरी मॉलिक्यूल इन देयर बॉडी इनटू एक्सप्लोजन्स ऑफ हेवनली सेंसेशन. अगर बेटा आपने कभी अपने मनपसंद आर्टिस्ट को इत्मीनान से सुना होगा, मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं, यू वुड हैव क्राइड. म्यूजिक और आर्ट और क्रिएटिविटी हैज दैट पावर. इट कैन मेक योर इमोशंस, आई मीन ट्रूली एक्सप्लोड. और बहुत मुश्किल होता है खुद रोकना. जैसे पहले मैं समझता नहीं था कि लोग किसी कॉन्सर्ट में जाते हैं और रोना क्यों शुरू कर देते हैं. बट एज आई ग्रू अप आई रियलाइज नो, इट इज नॉट समथिंग दैट कैन बी कंट्रोल्ड. Art has an effect. Music has that effect on you, that your emotions get out of control. Exactly what is happening here. As they let the music invade their nervous system like an armada marching through firing cannonballs. वो जो fleet of ship है वो जा रही है और cannonballs, जो cannon के जो गोले हैं वो बरस रहे हैं. Every molecule in their body into explosions of heavenly sensation, each note leaving track marks over every inch of that body, making them ache. Now, each note leaving track marks over every inch of that body, making them ache for, I think, one more hit. Let's see. Beethoven के लिए music was not only internal, it was also very physical. So the body had marks. Remember, his fingers gnawed like roots of a trunk. ट्री ट्रंक, समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, तो काफी फिजिकल भी हुआ करता था. फाइन. ओवर एवरी इंच ऑफ दैट बॉडी, मेकिंग देम एक, जो निशान पड़े हैं बॉडी पे वो भी दर्द कर रहे हैं. फॉर वन मोर हिट, और एक और की पे हिट पड़ेगी. ही वॉज एन एडिक्शन. Beethoven was not creating music just for the sake of it. He was creating music because he was music. He was totally immersed into his craft, which was probably God's gift. And that craft was to create amazing music. So for Beethoven, it wasn't a very superficial kind of thing. It wasn't only professional. It was absolutely internal and divine. One more hit. He was an addiction. And kings, queens, it didn't matter. The man got down on his knees for no one, but amputated the legs of his piano so he could feel the vibrations through the floor. The man got down on his knees for music. And Beethoven, बड़ा आदमी म्यूजिशियन, किसी राजा या रानी के लिए नहीं झुका. The man got down on his knees for no one, but amputated. Amputate करना, कट कर देना. उन्होंने अपने पियानो के जो लेग्स थे ना उसको एम्पुटेट कर दिया, सो दैट ही कुड सिट ऑन द फ्लोर एंड फील द वाइब्रेशंस ऑफ हिज म्यूजिकल क्रिएशंस. बिकॉज सुनाई तो इतना साफ देता नहीं था. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड द साइंस ऑफ इट ऑल unless you are a music student, or maybe you are born genius with that kind of talent. But yeah, आप सोच के देखो, somebody who can't hear, he has cut the legs of his piano, placed it on the floor, sits on the floor, feels the vibrations and creates magic. But amputated the legs of his piano so he could feel the vibrations through the floor. The man got down on his knees for music. Beethoven bent bowed only to music, not to any king, not to any queen. Music के आगे ही सर झुका है Beethoven का. And when the orchestra played his symphonies, it was the echoes of his father's anthem repeating itself like a broken record. Aha. And now, Beethoven बड़े हो चुके हैं and he's conducting the orchestra. So, you understand the conductors? Zubin Mehta, one of the greatest that we have had. Okay. Beethoven जब conduct कर रहे हैं, orchestra is not able to play up to his expectations. तो उनके पापा का जो रिकॉर्ड चलता था, not good enough, not good enough, not good enough, like that broken record, Beethoven also starts saying the same thing, not good enough. A broken record, it was not good enough. So they played slowly, not good enough. So they played softly, not good enough. So they played strongly, not good enough. तो जो रिकॉर्ड पापा का चल रहा था वही रिकॉर्ड अब बीथोवन का चल रहा है when he is conducting that orchestra. So they tried to mock the man, make fun of the madness by mimicking the movements, holding their bows a quarter of an inch above the strings, not making a sound. It was perfect. Now the troupe members, the orchestra members, they decided कि यार ये आदमी तो सुन रहा है हमारी, इसको कुछ भी हम परफॉर्म करके दे रहे हैं, it's just not good enough. Now they were not Beethoven that they will continue. They stopped playing music and they just mimicked the movements as if they were playing music. And for Beethoven, that was absolutely perfect. क्यों? You see, the deaf have an intimacy with silence. जिनको सुनाई नहीं पड़ता है, वो उन्होंने साइलेंस को बहुत करीब से, सबसे करीब से देखा हुआ है, because it's just silence that they experience throughout their life. You see, the deaf have an intimacy, a certain closeness with silence. It's there in their dreams. सपनों में भी silence ही है, आवाज नहीं आ रही बॉस. And the musicians turn to one another, not knowing what to make of the man, trying to calculate the distance between madness and genius, realizing that Beethoven's musical measurements could take you to the distances reaching past the towers of Babylon, turning solar systems into cymbals that crashed together, causing comets to collide, creating crescendos that were so loud they shook the constellations until the stars began to fall from the sky, and it looked like the entire universe had begun to cry, distance must be an illusion, the man must be a genius. All right, तो ऑर्केस्ट्रा ने बेवकूफ बनाने की कोशिश की, प्ले नहीं किया, सिर्फ मिमिक किया. And Beethoven, for him, that silence was perfect music. Why? Because Beethoven worked through these silences to create the work only a genius can. And people who can't hear, they have got a certain intimacy, closeness with silence. It's in the dreams. अब इतना होने के बाद, now the musicians are shocked कि now we are not playing and this man can hear something that we cannot. क्या है ये इंसान? Is he a genius? Is he a madman? And the musicians turned to one another, not knowing what to make of the man, trying to calculate the distance between madness and genius. यार पागल है या genius है क्या ये? Realizing that Beethoven's musical measurements could take you the distances reaching past the towers of Babylon. Now, amazing comparison. Towers of Babylon biblical story में है कि भाई एक टावर बनाया है जो कि आसमान को छू देगा. Beethoven's music transcends even that. वो इस इन टावर्स ऑफ बेबीलोन के भी परे जा चुका है. Turning solar system into symbols. Symbols जो कॉपर एलॉय के प्लेट्स होते हैं वाले, हाँ, right? That crash together, causing comets to collide, creating crescendos. Causing comets to collide, creating crescendos, alliteration, that were so loud they shook the constellations until the stars began to fall from the sky, and it looked like the entire universe had begun to cry, distance must be an illusion, the man must be a genius. There is no distance between the madness and genius. The man must be a genius, जो पूरी universe को हिला के रख दे. You see, solar systems into symbols that crashed together, causing comets to collide, creating crescendos that were so loud they shook the constellations until the stars. जो stars के constellation होते हैं, एक structure में रहते हैं, वो हिल गए, stars यहां वहां गिरने शुरू हो गए, and it looked like the entire universe had begun to cry. और universe emotional हो चुकी है, उसके आंसू निकल आए हैं बीथोवन की म्यूजिक सुनकर. Distance must be an illusion, the man must be a genius. And ये वो म्यूजिशियंस भी समझ रहे हैं कि यार ये आदमी पागल नहीं है, ये आदमी जीनियस है, एंड प्योर जीनियस. Beethoven, his thoughts moving at the speed of sound, transforming emotions into music. Now, speed of sound. That is quick enough, I suppose. Okay. Beethoven's thought moving at the speed of sound. Sound की speed से उसके thoughts move कर रहे हैं, transforming emotion into music. And it's very rare quality that you can transform the emotions you feel into an art. अगर आर्ट के थ्रू अपने इमोशंस दिखा पा रहे हैं, you are blessed. God has blessed you with something really rare and really special. Treasure it. Beethoven, his thoughts moving at the speed of sound, transforming emotion into music. And for a moment, it was like joy was a tangible thing, like you could touch it. It's not abstract. I mean, otherwise, joy to abstract noun hai. You can only feel it. But for a moment, you could almost touch it when Beethoven was performing. Joy became a tangible thing, like you could touch it. Like for the first time, we could watch love and hate dance together in a waltz of such precision and beauty that we finally understood that history wasn't important to know the man. All we ever had to do was listen. Wow. Salute to the poet here. Like for the first time, we could watch love and hate dance together in a waltz of such precision and beauty. Pyar or nafrat was performed kar rahe hain. Now that is a very kind of personal kind of dance. Okay. And we finally understood. कि इस इंसान को समझने के लिए, बीथोवन को समझने के लिए, history is not required. You need not know who the man is, where he comes from, what he does. You ought to just listen. Amazing piece of poetry. One of the finest I have read. And I have read some stuff, I tell you. This was very, very, very emotional, touching certain chords in the heart. I read it, I mean, whenever I pick up that book, जो आपकी पतली सी किताब है ना, I somehow straight away go to Beethoven and read it. Amazing piece of writing. Theme of the poem, all right. The poem Beethoven by Shane Koyczan highlights how true genius is often misunderstood and unrecognized by society, but they did accept in the end that man must be a genius. People frequently find it difficult to distinguish between extraordinary talent and eccentric behavior. Through Beethoven's life, the poet shows that great individuals often face isolation, criticism, and a lack of appreciation despite their remarkable abilities. Another important theme of the poem is the lasting impact of childhood experiences. Beethoven को हमेशा ही सुनाई पड़ा, not good enough, not good enough. So when he was conducting that orchestra, he was also sticking to the same line, not good enough, the anthem of his father. Beethoven suffered under the harsh expectations of his father, and these emotional wounds remained with him throughout his life. Even after achieving greatness, he continued to struggle with self-doubt and loneliness. The poem ultimately celebrates Beethoven's perseverance, originality, and his ability to transform pain into timeless music, transform emotion into music. That is a rare quality. Critical appreciation. Beethoven is a powerful spoken word poem. And as I said, beta, go to YouTube, find out Beethoven by Shane Koyczan, and just listen to that rendition. Superb. That celebrates the life and genius of Ludwig van Beethoven, written for performance. Obviously, he has performed. The poem uses vivid, graphic imagery, metaphors, and rhythmic language to capture the emotional impact of Beethoven's music and struggles. The poem begins and ends with the word listen, emphasizing that Beethoven's true identity can be understood through his music rather than through historical facts. Koyczan portrays Beethoven as a misunderstood genius whose compositions possessed extraordinary power and beauty. The poem's greatest strength lies in its rich imagery, emotional intensity, and musical rhythm. Through its engaging style and memorable ending, ye sare words hain beta, just keep making a note of it in your head. It leaves a lasting impression on the reader and highlights the enduring legacy of Beethoven's art. Amazing piece of literature, amazing piece of poetry or writing, whatever you call it, but you must, isko to na कहते हैं ना घोल के पी जाओ. अगर if some of you can come up and perform the way the poet has performed in that video, we would love to watch it. These are the words, of course, that You can pick from the free material list and yeah, please learn it because आगे चल के बेटा vocab. You see, I'm coming from the future. Terminator. Okay, मैं फ्यूचर से आ रहा हूं. मैं देख सकता हूं कि आज से 2 साल बाद, 3 साल बाद हमें एक प्रॉब्लम आने वाली है when you start preparing for the competitive exams. That is vocabulary. So please keep working on it. Please start working on it right now and download, install, and thank you, Beethoven.